Okay, and we are live on Instagram. Yay. Okay, so we're live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram. I always knew that one day it would be possible for me to be in two places at once. And here we are. I am in two places at once. Okay, anyways, today I'm so excited. This is like, I probably say something similar to this every week, but this is like the pinnacle of what I, like my mission as a coach. So I'm very excited about this. Today we are talking about how to love yourself unconditionally. This is so juicy. So, as you hop on, hello, hop on, tell me where you are watching from. If you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay or just, and tell me where you're watching from. Usually I've got people from the United States, but I would also love to hear, so I'd love to hear what state you're in, where you're at in the world, if you're in the UK, wherever. Let me know. Kylie, hello, so glad you're on. Yes, okay, so, and if you have any questions regarding unconditional self-love, oh, Kylie, that just made me homesick. Idaho is home for me. Hopefully we'll be back in Idaho in like 2 years. That is the hope. Who was it? Someone on Facebook just posted pictures of Idaho and it just totally made me homesick. Oh man. Hopefully we'll be going back to visit this summer, like in August. So get a little taste of that Idaho dirt. My mom actually, when they came and visited last week, they brought us a bag of Idaho dirt. And it made me so happy. Anyways, so yes, if you have any questions or anything about unconditional self-love, leave them in the comments. I will try to address them today. If I don't get to them today, then I will address them in future content. So let me know. And also, if you know anyone that could also use some insight on the topic of self-love, especially unconditional self-love, please share this video with them. Invite them to the Facebook group, because the more people that hear this kind of stuff, the more as a whole, as a community, as a world, we will all be better every day the more we share goodness. So, and make sure that you stay on through the end of this video, because I'm going to, I forgot it. Shoot. I'm going to show you something really exciting. I'm going to text my husband and tell him to bring it to me. Okay, so yes, stay on to the end. I will be showing you something really, really exciting that came in the mail today. I love packages. I love getting packages in the mail, and this is one that I have been tracking for a couple weeks now. This one has been a little bit in the making. It's a custom thing, and thank you. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You have to stay on till the end to see this. Anyways. Oh, and don't worry, I'm going to tell you how it's going to benefit you too. It's not just a fun package for me. It's something that is so exciting for you. So stay until the end and I'll tell you all about it. I'm going to go through this quick. I've been getting better at being concise with my videos, so stick with me. So for those who are new, I am Megan. My name is Megan. I am an NLP practitioner, self-love coach, and clinical hypnotherapist. So, and I have been a health coach for a little over 6 years now. And one of the most common themes that I have always found, like, oh my gosh, like 99% of the time with my clients that I hear from them is that they have a desire to change something about themselves, whether it's, the number on the scale or the size of their jeans or, it's usually something physical. Sometimes it would be something mental, but like 9 times out of 10, my clients wanted to change something about their appearance. And the reason why they wanted to make those changes, this is the kicker. The reason they wanted to make those changes was so that they could feel a certain way. They wanted to feel confident. They wanted to be happier. They wanted to be more energetic. They wanted to be stronger. They wanted to have more love for themselves. And because I was the health coach, like I did fitness and nutrition, which I still do those things, but because that's what I was known for, was being the health coach, most of my clients came to me only looking for the physical transformation. So they weren't ready or prepared for a mental transformation. And because of that, because they weren't ready or willing. Sometimes I had some that weren't even willing to make the mental transformation. The physical transformation often eluded them, and they wouldn't be able to achieve it. And that exactly right there was just this disconnect there. They wanted the physical transformation, but they weren't ready or weren't willing or weren't aware enough of the mental transformation that also needed to happen with it. They couldn't get the physical transformation, because they both play off of each other. The mental and the physical play off of each other. You can't have one without the other. They're either continuously lifting each other up or continuously pulling each other down. So you can't do this. It doesn't work that way. And this is exactly why I branched off to become an NLP practitioner, so that I would have a much more powerful range of tools to be able to teach just how crucial this unconditional self-love is in order for you to increase the quality of life. What's your Mamie? Is that how you say your, I don't know, your Instagram usernames are so hard for me because I don't know what your actual name is. But thank you for the love. I'm so glad that you're here. So I'm going to dive right on into the juiciness. So it's pretty well threefold. So firstly, the first point I want to make with you, listen closely. Listen very closely, okay? If you're doing your dishes, if you're washing your face, if you're yelling at your kids, stop for a second and listen, okay? The way you look does not mean anything about you. I'm going to say that one more time. The way that you look means nothing about you. It doesn't mean anything. Your weight means nothing about you. Your gray hairs, they don't mean anything. Your acne, y'all, I mean, I'm wearing makeup, but your acne does not mean anything about you. That was a big one that I personally had to learn. Your height doesn't mean anything about you. The color of your skin does not mean anything about you. These are all these things that I just listed and more. Like, the shape of your toenails don't mean anything about you. The size of your nose, your bra size. None of these things mean anything about you. All of these things are just neutral circumstances. They're just neutral. They just are. They're things. They exist. They don't mean anything about you. The next thing. Listen closely again. Ready? Your thoughts. The thoughts that you think don't mean anything about you. So, stop beating yourself up for having negative thoughts. Just learn from them. And then simply decide whether or not you want to keep those thoughts. Thoughts often are just habits. They come up. They jump into your they jump from your subconscious to your conscious, and more often than not, they're just habits. Change happens when you decide to change your habits, right? So stop judging your thoughts. Stop judging yourself for having thoughts that maybe you don't like, and just decide. Okay, I'm having this negative thought. Is this serving me? Do I want to keep it? No? Okay, peace. Doesn't mean anything about you. Just swat it away like a fly. And if they are serving you, great. Keep doing what you're doing and keep learning from them. Let them continue to build you up. And the biggest thing that I want to encourage you to do is, if you are having negative thoughts that you do not want to be having, write them down. Physically write them down. You could just write them in your notes app on your phone, but if you will physically get a pen or a paper, you could use a dry erase board if you want, get a sticky note, whatever is handy, write it down. Because then it is heard, it's out there. If it's one you want to keep, stick it in your back pocket. If it's one you don't want to keep, look at it, acknowledge it, and rip it up and throw it away. Because what that's going to do is it's going to increase your awareness. And it's when you can increase that awareness that you can facilitate change. Because all change happens and starts with awareness. If you're not aware of something, you can't change it. It's not possible. So start writing them down. Start writing down your thoughts. Keep a thought journal. And then lastly, this is so crucial, okay? Remove judgment from the equation of all these things. So here's the thing. Okay, let me. Okay. We are meaning-making creatures. Human beings. We create meaning out of everything. That's why people are so easily offended sometimes. This is why sometimes people are, hello everyone that's hopping on. Thanks for hopping on. We make meaning out of everything. And sometimes this is fun and exciting and uplifting. Like when we say, oh, I just saw a shooting star. That means I get to make a wish. That's fun and exciting. Or I just found a 4-leaf clover. That means that's lucky. That means that I have luck. We make those meanings. We create those meanings. And the more energy we invest in these meanings, the more impactful they are. However, we also flip it toward the negative. We say, oh, that person just cut me off in traffic. That means they are a terrible person. Or, oh no, a black cat just walked in front of me. That means I'm going to have bad luck all day. We put the meaning on these things. So here's the thing. We are gifted the gift of judgment in order to discern what is in our best interest. We were not given judgment to condemn ourselves or to condemn others. So it is time to stop using judgment as a way to create shame. That's not what it's for. That is absolutely not what judgment is for. So it's time to use judgment why we were given it. I don't need you to completely be free of judgment because you have your judgment for a reason. Use your judgment, simply use your judgment to discern what is serving you and what isn't. No room for shame. There's no room for shame when that's all you use it for. When you're just using judgment to discern what's good for you and what isn't. And that's going to differ for every person. So you have to use your own personal judgment to discern what is best for you and what you need to release. And then as you do these things, which I'll recap them here in just a second, but as you do these things, unconditional self-love will become as natural as breathing. It will become as natural as blinking. It will just become part of who you are. You will just have it. Unconditional self-love is a byproduct. And I think this is why it eludes a lot of people because so many, and this used to be me as well, so many people used to actively just like, okay, I need to love myself. I need to just have love. I need to love myself. But how do you just love yourself? How do you just say, okay, I love myself when you have all of these other layers that you have to break through first? And that is such good news. It is such good news because you work on these other things and you will start to notice. So you work over here on all these things and you will start to notice that as you do the work over here, your self-love thermometer just naturally, without doing anything extra, it will naturally grow. So stop trying to force it. You do not need to grind to get to the self-love that you want and that you deserve. So let me just kind of recap the things that we just went over. Okay, so first, recognize that the way you look, your appearance, your physical form is neutral. And your physical form doesn't mean a thing about you. The way you look means nothing. Hi, Maria. Thanks for hopping on. So just remember that, okay? Recognize it. Embody it. That the way you look means nothing about you. It doesn't mean anything, okay? Second, start to become more aware of your thoughts by physically writing them down, good and bad. Write them all down, because then you will see them in their physical form, and then you'll get to really start to choose which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to release. Eventually you won't need to write them down anymore, and as they pop up in your brain, you'll just know, oh, do I want to keep that thought? No? Okay, it's gone. Oh, do I want to keep that one? Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, cool, I'm going to keep that thought. And it'll just become more and more natural. And then lastly, use the gift of judgment to simply discern what to keep in your life and what to release from your life. Remove shame from the equation. Judgment can be good. Remove shame, remove condemnation, and just use it as a way to discern. Okay? So, if you struggle, if this is something that you struggle with, having self-love for yourself, let alone unconditional self-love, I would just really love for you to book your free energy elevation session with me. This is the free call that I offer, and in this one-on-one call, it's just you and me. It's just you and me talking. And as we talk, I will be able to help you very clearly see why you have struggled with unconditional self-love and pinpoint your personal limiting beliefs and show you exactly how you can upgrade those thoughts to set you on the path toward unconditional self-love. And I promise you, it's easier than you might think. And on that note, the thing that I got in the mail today, this is just a fun little side thing. My workbooks for my one-on-one program came in the mail today. I ordered these, I designed them, and I ordered them, seriously, like a couple weeks ago. And they're here, they're so beautiful. So in them, I actually kind of wasn't planning on talking about my program, but it's a 12-week one-on-one coaching program. And each week there are journaling questions and there are affirmations on every, Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. They're beautiful. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. I love it. And it's got my beautiful logo on the back. Moral of the story, this program is changing lives. And I want you to love yourself to health. And when you love yourself to health, that includes mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Those are my 3 pillars. Yours might be different than mine, but those are my 3 pillars. And when you have unconditional self-love, you can have all the health you want. You can have all the energy that you want. You can have all the success that you want. You can have everything that you want when you love yourself. So to sign off, I just want you to know that I know with everything that is inside of me that you absolutely deserve to love yourself. You don't have to qualify for love. You don't have to qualify for happiness. You don't have to qualify for anything that is goodness. You are inherently worthy. You were born with all the worth in the world. And I am, and I always will be here to support you however I can. I'm always just a message away, an email away, a comment away. And I just want you to know that I absolutely adore you. I love you. I mean it. Oh, I totally mean it. I just love you. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.